Hi and welcome back to my Chair Buddy YouTube channel. My name's Kevin, and well, today I'm going to talk about tyres and windscreens as an Uber driver or taxi driver if you're using something like an Ioniq 5. Because I've just changed all the tyres on the car a couple of days ago. The others were down to just gone well into the amber. Not quite red, but I thought I'd change them all anyway. Front two needed changing full of tread. They were in the amber. And one of the rear wheels, or rear tyres, had a nail or something stuck through it. So that needed to be changed as well. And the other tyre didn't need, but I thought, well, let's do the entire four at the same time and get maximum discount. So I opted for a budget tyre. With as low a noise rating as I could get for the price. They were £75 each tyre. The noise rating was 70 decibels, which actually isn't that bad. Barely noticeable difference over the Michelin. A little bit, I could tell because I'd driven a car quite often in the beforehand, but I doubt if any passengers getting in would actually notice it weren't that bad. But what was really noticeable was the fuel efficiency. The front way Urus, I think it's called, Urus 8, had a C fuel efficiency, and you could tell the difference. I did a Heathrow Airport yesterday, from Cardiff to Heathrow Airport, and my miles per kilowatt hour dropped quite a bit, especially at higher speeds. Now, at 70 miles an hour, with the old Michelin tyres, I could pretty much guarantee I'd get 4 miles per kilowatt hour. Yesterday, on the new budget tyres, I got 3.5. I'm losing about half a mile per kilowatt hour, or per kilowatt. That means, on an 80% charge, I'm losing about 30 miles of range. It's a bit too much. So I think next time when I do the tyres, won't be that long. I mean, I'm doing 1,000 miles a week. So I'll look at trying to find a tyre around the 70 decibel mark, or maybe a little bit lower. But I'm looking for at least B and hopefully A on the fuel efficiency European scale. I need to get that mileage back. But I can't do it at a cost. You know, the rates at Uber charge or pay, the rates at OTS pay, and the rate at Bolt pay isn't sufficient for me to go for the big brands. I can't afford to pay £300 a tyre.
Use the right lane to turn left onto Pontebbe roundabout, then
so
straight.
Obviously, I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to have to go up a little bit in cost, I know that. But if I can get something for about £100 a tyre that's got a B grade on economy, I can hopefully get some of that back. I thought noise would be the issue. I didn't realise about fuel economy. So I went to try and get a low decibel tyre, or as low as I could afford. Whereas I really should be concentrating on the economy. So that's it for the tyres. Makes a real big difference. It makes a difference with petrol or diesel. It doesn't matter what fuel it is. A fuel efficient tyre will save you money. So it needs to be at that balance point though. You can't spend so much on your tyre that you lose any savings that you make in fuel. You can't do it that way. You have to sort of get that right balance. So that's about the tyres, and now it's only going to be a short video this, since I'm just on the way to take this car back for the second part of its service. Again, I did not realise it would take 2 days to service an EV. I thought that I heard that it was pretty quick and pretty easy to service. Obviously not. No, it takes 2 days, substantially longer than a petrol car. But there you go, that's the way it is. So let's look at windscreen cover. Now, if you take on a buy to rent, like this is, or rent to buy, I should say, you don't get windscreen cover on your insurance. If you have your own insurance, most fully comprehensive insurance will include windscreen cover. So that's not too bad. But I don't. I have rent to buy. One, it doesn't have windscreen cover or chip repair cover. It also has a £1,000 excess. So even if I did crack the windscreen, my access would mean I'd have to pay anyway. So that's an issue. And I think if you're on rent to buys, you need to look at your insurance about that, see what your windscreen cover you've got. I doubt you'd have any windscreen cover. Also, if you have a settle car, the Ioniq I had before this, which was on fully managed rental, again, that did not have windscreen cover, did not have windscreen chip cover, and my excess, insurance excess, was £1,000 anyway, so it wouldn't have kicked in. Which makes me think I need to buy some standalone windscreen cover for this car. So should I do it or shouldn't I? I think I probably will, mainly because of yesterday. They've opened up 2 new roadworks down the M4, and God, that was horrendous. One of them had 3 lanes filtered into one, and it had about an hour and a half onto my travel time coming back. Not good. But the state of British roads is pretty atrocious. Potholes, big potholes, can crack your windscreen. It doesn't just mess up your suspension, it can crack your windscreen. You've got loads of chips. We have a lot of debris on British roads, so forever having chips firing up at the windscreen and hearing the crack. Fortunately no damage so far, although I have had quite substantial damage in the past on motorway trips, and I do a lot of motorway trips. So I need to think about that. So I'm looking at getting standalone windscreen cover. And there's a company I found on the internet that does it. £55 a year, or just over £55 a year. And I get all of the windows covered. And that sounds a pretty good deal to me for £1 a week. Because we are in a high mileage job. And that means we have a high risk of getting cracked or chipped windscreens. Now the cover is up to £500, which should be sufficient for a new windscreen on this. And you also get free chip repairs. So if it's just a chip, they can repair it, it's for free. So that's what I'm looking at getting. And I think it's something that if you're renting to buy or renting a car, ask to make sure you've got windscreen cover. If you haven't, seriously think about spending £55 a week, so £55 a year on getting some cover, because windscreens are not cheap, and you don't really want to be off the road trying to talk your bank to give you a loan so you can get back on the road with a proper windscreen. So that's it, just 2 things for today. I'm on the way now to get this service done, and then I'm going to have the rest of the day off. I haven't got a lot on next week, well this week. Tomorrow I've got a Breckenshire, it's not actually Brecon, outside Brecon, down to Cardiff Airport. That's £85. And I think I'll be doing a bit of time on Uber next week, so look out for an Uber video next week, an Uber driving video. So until then, thanks for watching, safe driving, and hope you make your profit for the week. Yeah, just a quick add-on. I've just been to Tesla and did a charge up to 90%. Normally, that would show me about 300 miles, maybe just a tad over 300 miles, or 298 at least. 267 miles. That's how much of an impact these tyres are having on my range. Gotta look at more fuel efficient tyres next time.